Hello everyone, welcome back to justtravel.com. Here, this is the part 2 of data table server-side integration. In the part 1, I have integrated data tables, the basic data tables like search, sort, pagination, and in this tutorial, I'll implement the action buttons like edit and delete. When you click on the row, we can edit and we can edit the details, and when you click on delete, we can delete the row completely. So now let's implement those action buttons. Let's get started.
Here in the previous video I have told you we need to add some action buttons like columns to these data tables so that it can reflect that buttons in the server side. So first what I'll do is I'll add some buttons column here like this, add column action function data, and we need to also give this raw column of action. So now when I give like this, it will create a column and with name action. So in here we can create the buttons here. I'll create some button HTML here like this. We'll write some HTML for the buttons and then we'll just return the button. So now this button can be used in this server side. I have given this name as action, so this matches with this, and here there is also actions table. So what of the HTML I have given there, that should be reflected here now. So let me give something here. So what we give here will be reflected in the actions column of the actions column here. So let me test it once. As you can see in the actions there is this text what we have given. So this is working. So what we'll do is I will write the HTML for the button here. If you see, when we do it in the client side, we have written some HTML buttons here itself in the table body in that particular TD. What we'll do is we'll give some HTML to the button, like adding some IDs and data attributes like these values, data attributes. We use data attributes to grab this first name, last name, email, gender, country and salary so that we can show in the pop-up. Similarly for delete, we'll grab the ID so that that ID can be passed to the backend Laravel so that it will be deleted. Everything will be same as in a client-side application. I'll just replicate all the functions, but the main difference here is we'll write that button HTML in this controller itself. Here in the here itself we'll write the HTML for those two buttons, and with all the IDs and action and IDs and data attributes. So this HTML will directly pass to this variable. As we are using server side, we cannot have this table body. We cannot add any HTML to those here. So we'll directly add them here, and we'll create a column and we'll name it action, and this action will be called here. So this will be shown in this row. So let me create the HTML. Let me grab the HTML in the client side application and paste those HTML here, adjusting it here. So I have pasted and adjusted the HTML. You can see this is the button, and this is the edit button, and this is the delete button. So I have given class of edit model and data info. These are the IDs, like IDs, first name, last name, email. So all this which we can show in the pop-up, and we have given data model of toggle and data model of data target edit model here, and the data target will be delete model. These are the two models which I have used in the previous client-side application. So I'll copy those models, and also the functionalities like the other functionalities like update and delete, everything will be same, just the implementation will be different. So here I have implemented this like this in this way, but in the client side I just used to call this data all and return it, and I'll use the for loop here in the table body, and will display the results, and we'll just initialize data tables client side. Without all this, we'll just initialize. That is the client side. Now here in the server side, we'll as we don't have anything in this table body, everything we need to do in the backend, and everything we need to do backend and some adjustment here. So in the backend I call this instead of just calling data all, I have written this return data tables and make true, so that every row I get, I will, for each and every set of data like ID, first name, I will set it here. Similarly for the actions, and for actions we have some extra buttons. So I have kept this buttons here, and I have added raw column action so that it can be placed here. If you can place the action here, it will show us here after the email, and after email it will show it in gender like that. These precedence is followed here. So what we show in this precedence is followed here. So let me bring this action back here. So I have created this HTML and I've added the actions. Now let's go to the browser and see. So this is the one we have seen AD before. I will just refresh now, and you can see this edit and delete buttons, but there are no model is popping up because there is no model defined yet. So now we have got these buttons. So now what I'll do is I'll just copy everything, remaining everything from the client side application. I will also open you the client side application. You can see this is the client side application. I'll go to the app, HTTP, controllers. There is data controller. These are functions for update and delete. So I copy this. I can copy these functions directly. I'll copy this and I'll paste it here in after the index. I'll place this update and delete functions, and after that we also place the roots. So in the client side, you see we'll just using this data all and passing the data and then looping in the blade. So I'll also copy this, and in the roots file here. So there are already these two roots I have already copied. Let me just paste once more. So these are the two roots we are using, update data and delete data. And now the main thing here is in this welcome.blade.php. This is views. So here we are creating two models. A model for edit, a model for delete. You can see this is edit model, this is delete model, and these are the actions when clicked on edit model and delete model. So the models are here. This is the delete model and this is the edit model. So I'll copy these two models and use the same models in our server side application too. So these are the two models. I'm copying it and going here in this welcome.blade.php. After this table and before the scripts, I will place these two models here. This is delete model and this is the edit model. So I have copied edit model and delete model. So now let's see what's happening in the browser. I have refreshed it, clicked on edit. You can see the model is popping up. Also when I clicked on delete, the model is popping up. So the models are working fine, but if you see in the model there is no data here. Ideally when I click on this edit, it should show all the details of that particular person, of this person, this name, this last name, this email and all. And also when I click on delete, it should show, are you sure you want to delete this person name? For those, I've written some scripts in jQuery to get this value. I have given this edit button data attributes. You can see if you can inspect, and for this button you can see data info. I'll just scroll, I'll just zoom this and show. So this one you can see this data info 12, first name, last name, email, and even for the data delete, so the data attributes are working. So the models are showing up. So now what I'll do is I'll create some actions. When this model pop-up is clicked, we need to show the data. That will be also similar as we have done in client side. So this is the client side. You can see on click edit model. On click edit model, that means when the model is clicked, we'll get this data. We'll split the data space with comma. As you see, the data is in comma. This and we'll set the value, first name, last name, and these are all the IDs for the fields here in this model. You can see these are the IDs, FID, FNAME. last name. So we'll set the values which are set on the data attributes. Similarly for delete model, we'll set this name. In the model I wanted to show, are you sure you want to delete this person name? You can see, are you sure you want to delete, and here will be the name, and I will set that in this delete model. So then the data will be shown, and after that we have buttons. When the model is clicked, data is shown in the model. We need to do some action, for edit we need to update, and for delete we need to delete the record. So that is these buttons, footer action button and footer delete button. So when these are clicked, we'll just call this update data function from the server side, and here we'll call the delete data function from the server side. So let me first copy these four functions and paste it in our current application. I will open this script where we have a document ready function, and after this data tables initialization, I will add them here. All these four functions required for updating and deleting. So these are the four little scripts for all those. And now you can see, now if I go to the browser and see, I will refresh it. You can see this edit, the data is filled in this model, and delete that there is also a name coming here. Even for this Fred Jean, you can see this is the name, and these are the edit details. So I will just try to see whether this function is working or not. We click on update, and you see nothing is happening here. If I refresh it again, you can see this is updating. That means we are not able to update the data immediately. I will just see what is happening there. So here is the code, and here in the footer action button, I have got this and passed it to this function update data. So we are all getting all this data, and in the success function here, for this ID we are replacing the HTML, but we don't have this ID here. This ID is for particular row. We cannot give IDs here. This is for individual buttons, but we need an ID for a particular row like this, so that we can replace the data with the updated data. Row means completely this. All this row must have an ID so that we can replace. That's what we are doing in client side. I'll just inspect it and show it to you. So for every tier, this is first tier, this is tier, this is tier, this is tier. For all these tiers, we should have an ID so that we can replace this ID's HTML. That's what I have written in the code here. Here, item ID. So we also need to give an ID to this row, but there is no data body here, neither we can pass it from here because it is an individual button. So what you can do is, in data tables, when we are initializing those data tables here in this function, we can add IDs to particular row. So I'll just add that and show it to you. After columns here, there is function something like callback or observer. When the row is created, when this data table is processing and when the row is created, we can call that function, and it will have all the data. So then we can add ID to that. So this is the function here, created row. So when the row is created, these are the functions. This is the row information, and this is the data which the row has, and it also has the index. When the row is created, we'll get this function. So this is the row details, and for the row we are adding attribute. The attribute is class, and we are giving item of this ID. The class will be item, and this ID like item 10, item 11, item 13, and this is the ID. So I have created a class, but we can also create an ID. So as I have created a class there, I will just change this to dot. dot here. So now we'll see in the browser whether we can whether we can able to see the changes immediately or not. So let me refresh this. Also close this. As you see, this is the previous one. I'll edit it. I'll just remove this 232 after the 0.44. I'll click on update. As you can see, the data is updated to 3424.44, which is the previous thing. So that means this is working. So similarly for all these fields, we can click on this edit, we'll get this data, and we can also delete. We'll get this, are you sure you want to delete this name? And then this will also work as usual. We haven't changed anything, this pagination, sorting, searching and all. So that is it, guys. We have implemented the data tables in server side with these with action buttons. Mostly the server side is similar to the client side. As you have seen, I have copied almost all the main functions from the client side application. So what I will do is I have just changed this index function. I have kept the same update and delete functions as the same, and even in the blade.php file, I have kept everything all this same as client side. I have copied everything from the client side application. The only change is here, this thing implementation. Here this implementation, and on the controller this index function implementation. As you can see, this is the client side. We have only done this table.data table, whereas in server side we have done this. That is the difference of client side and server side. So these are the main changes, just the index function calling and the display of this table data. So in the client side, we'll display it as usual, we'll loop it and we'll call this simple data all, but in server side we'll also call we will call this too, but with some extra additions. Like if you want to get some any extra data to the actions button, we'll do this, and in the blade we'll just initialize the table with particular data like this. So guys, that is this for this video. I hope you like the video. If you like it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Give a big thumbs up on this video. Share it with your friends. Also, if you have any queries, ask those in the comments below. We came to the end of this data table series. I have made previous tutorials on data tables client side, part 1 and part 2. This is the server side series, part 1 and part 2, and this is the part 2 of it. And also have made previous 2 tutorials on demos, like final working implementation of the client side and server side. So total of 6 videos. I will also link complete playlist in the description. So make sure you're also looking at the description below. So that's it. Stay tuned for more videos from justlevel.com. See you in the next video. Bye bye.